Hey everybody, I'm Captain Zap. Welcome to the video. Well, today's the day we're going to be doing the tutorial for all of our snow skippers. I'm definitely going to do the first one and the second one and the unloaded artillery, but I don't know if I'll have time to do the loaded artillery today, mainly because I don't remember how it was assembled. So I may just do that on a whole separate video, but I have a feeling that the way I designed that one was kind of bulky anyway. So once you get these other tutorials in, I'm sure there'll be some more efficient designs coming out of just everyone else building them. Anyway, so the theory behind all of this is that we need to be able to harvest a whole bunch of snow layers from the snow golems on cobwebs and then push that with a piston, and essentially whatever entity is stacked inside those snow layers is going to end up being laid out at the end of the snow layers, which is an insane mechanic. And I hope Mojang doesn't really patch it soon, because it's been in Bedrock for quite a while. They have done things to make it more difficult. Back in the day when I first started playing Minecraft, I learned about sand pushers from Navy Nexus. And those sand pushers were amazing. I remember making these sand pushers in the nether that would push me like, well, the most I could go is my render distance. So it was like 500 and some blocks. But in an instant, and it was reloadable. It was instantly always there. It didn't expend the sand. The sand stayed inside the machine, but it would just teleport you to that distance. And I would put those between instead of having nether tunnels, I'd have sand pushers. Anyway, those are pretty awesome, and Navy Nexus did a good job of explaining what those were all about. So if you want to check out sand pushers and you know, kind of where we started with all this, go check out Navy Nexus and even Obi. Obi did a type of a snow layer pusher many years ago, and his design is pretty awesome. And in fact, I think some of the designs might still work today if you exchange the bubble columns for cobwebs. But yeah, Obi did some awesome designs there too. So yeah, definitely go check out those guys. And then of course, make sure you check out Dannydedino. Danny is really the only reason why I really got into this again. The big thing that Danny discovered was that you could and this wasn't how it was before, but now you can actually teleport entities through blocks using these pushers. Before, I remember trying this before, many years ago. If your pusher hit a block, you would stop at that block. So I mean, I don't know what they changed since then. I kind of hope they don't change it again. Although if they did change that one mechanic, this machine would no longer destroy every bedrock prison built. And I don't think there is a patch for that as of yet. I know a prison YouTuber named Tara was working on something, but after looking into what they came up with, I don't know if it was really a reasonable, to call it a reasonable fix. I don't know. Anyway, but you can definitely go check out their stuff. They're a YouTuber if you want to see what they had in mind. Anyway, okay, so this is how we're going to start our snow skippers, and I always start them with 2 sticky pistons. You technically could do this harvesting just one snow layer at a time, but honestly, the more the merrier, right? And I found that you can really... it's nice to compile the amount that you can get, the most amount that you can get out of one snow golem producing 2 layers with each push. So I put 2 trapdoors here. You know what? And honestly, this can be almost any block. It all depends on the other components of your machine, what that needs to be. But all that really needs to happen here is for when these pistons extend, they have to be able to create a snow layer there. So any block that can have snow layers created on top of it. And let's just put a snow golem on there right now, and then we'll see where we're going with this. Keep in mind, you cannot build this in hot biomes. And I even think, I could be wrong on this, but I think even some ocean biomes won't let the snow golem create snow. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. Just keep that in mind. Make sure that you just test that your snow golem can actually make snow wherever he is. Okay, so... this is essentially, this is the majority of this entire machine. Now, we are not collecting snow that falls here because it technically doesn't get to fall here. I think what's happening is when the piston extends, creates the snow, and it retracts. The piston begins extending so fast that this snow actually doesn't hit the ground. It gets pushed by that piston and ends up falling in the cobwebs right here. Let's see here. Yeah, see, it didn't hit the ground there, and then it was there. So that's what's happening with the snow there. It's interesting that it's invisible. I don't quite understand that, but whatever. Okay, so let's get a regular piston here. So not you, right there. Now, if you were building this as a unloaded artillery or even our villager transporter, you would need to be using chunk borders. And you'd have to put these these cobwebs on the other side of the chunk border so that this chunk doesn't get loaded. So you can compile a lot of snow here, and it won't. The 30-second rule won't apply to it because it's not actually loaded. And the same thing with TNT. That's why we can compile so much TNT there, is because it's just not, the fuse isn't going down because it's actually not loaded. Now, I learned this. I mean, I didn't learn it, but I discovered this while watching a cubic meter video, and I was like, oh man, could you imagine if we could do that in Bedrock? And I was trying to do his nether portal, nether loading stuff, and we don't have those nether loading things. So this was, but we still can do the idea of pushing TNT into an unloaded chunk until you're ready to use it, which is honestly game breaking. Being able to extend the reach of these machines. The furthest I've ever pushed one of these was just over 20,000 blocks. I was not able to push myself that far, but I did push snow that far, which means you can push entities, TNT, whatever, that far. And you can push however far you like. It's just when there's that much snow layers sitting on these cobwebs, it's really hard on your machine. And I run an iPhone 14, which is iPhone 14 is a nice phone, but it's a phone. And I am still a mobile content creator, and I'll probably stay a mobile content creator. I'm thinking till about 1,000 subscribers, or until I get a computer, whichever one comes first. Anyway, but I don't mind being a mobile content creator. And you know what? Even I really am enjoying. It is a slow process. The growth of my channel has been, slow. I've been doing this for about 3 years, and I'm at 350 subscribers. We just hit. Thanks by the way for everybody who subscribed. I hope you guys find content in here that you enjoy, and that we end up being able to work together in the future, be it through comments, or I'm definitely going to be doing some gaming with subs and stuff like that. I usually have my realm set for all my subs to join, or whoever, to just join, and we can hang out and play. And I do hardcore events where I'm going to turn off night here. I do hardcore events where we run the the realm as hardcore, and it's a lot of fun. Always day. There we go. Okay, anyway, let's finish this here. So the only thing left we have to do is the timer, and then whatever triggering system we have here. You know what? Every application is going to have a different use. If we were pushing mobs, you want to be calculating how far you want to go to push those mobs, and you could be teleporting mobs through the ground. For me, that would be most useful for dungeons. If you're finding zombie spawners and you want to compile all those mobs together and kill them all in one kill chamber, then that would be the best way to do it. The other thing that this could be useful for is, and I haven't really explored this very much, but storage halls. You can use this to push entities through walls to maybe really help compact things and not need to reroute hopper lines. If you want to, have it all go to the end and then go back to the beginning of the hopper line, you can just push it all there in an instant with all this. Anyway, so let's finish this one machine here. We need one more sticky piston, and I usually put it about here, and this, and we need some redstone. Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, I'm highly anticipating. I don't need this anymore right now. I'm highly anticipating people coming up with better designs in this. I'm definitely not. I'm not the best. I'm definitely not the best builder, but I'm not the best redstone designer. I like to come up with strange things, and this is one of them. And you know, some of the other things that I've done kind of strange. The basalt machines, those, and I love them. I love coming up with those kind of things. All right, let's see what kind of push we can get out of here. Oh, it missed. I missed it. Anyway, wow, that's actually a pretty good one. So, oh, I need coordinates. I can't believe I don't have those on already. Show coordinates. I don't know how loud that is for you. I hope it's not too loud because I don't really want to turn it down yet. Wow, this is a good push. 130 is like the most I usually get out of these single golem farms. Okay. So we are at 117 blocks, which is not the max for what this guy can push. But honestly, like, there's so many applications that you could have to be pushing yourself or entities or anything this far. Just, that really doesn't take long either. And the nice thing is, again, it's through blocks. So this could be underground, wherever, through lava, which would be kind of a cool entrance to your base. All right, let's shut this down. This is the standard sand or snow pusher. You know what? Oh, I forgot. You can get this. Actually, I believe this does add distance to this system because let's just try this. One of the things that actually breaks the snow layers is when they fall through this cobweb all the way to the ground there. And then when they touch the ground, they kind of expire. And I think that when this is pushing snow layers, this piston pushes any snow layers stuck inside here or kind of inching over into this one, and all of those push each other. For some reason, this piston pushing up here will grab all of the snow layers in here, I believe all of them, and it will push them all to in a straight line. I don't really know. I think because there's some snow layers kind of between the two that it... Oopsie. I think that because there's some snow layers between the two that it just compiles them all in one straight push. Let's see how far this gives us. This might be the full 130 that I was thinking. Let's get a button here. That's the right way to do it. And today's video, I'm not really going to do all that much editing. This is kind of just me chatting about everything that I've learnt and discovered about these snow pushers and snow skippers, and you know, the things I've discovered of them. And there we go, 136. I wonder if we're on 36 to start with. I mean, I wonder if we're on 6 to start with. We just about. So it's pushing about 131, something like that, which is pretty awesome. 130 blocks in an instant. And this can just compile AFK. Now, if you want to add more distance to this, it's pretty simple. All we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna have to get rid of this guy. He won't let me place these. Oh, let's do this. All right, now let's see what we can do here. You have to use trapdoors here, otherwise it'll push this golem off, and we do not want to do that. Oh, I need another rail. Okay, I have yet to really use these in a real significant way in survival, and I do have plans to use this on the family realm that we're running right now. I just know that when I use it, it's going to be for evil, and no one's been that bad that I feel the need to use this on them. Okay, let's go here, here, and here. Nice. Let's drop. I'm going to get an off switch. That's okay. So now I'm assuming that this would be one of the most popular designs that people would be looking for because it's fairly simple to build. It's not very big. What? Did I place 2? I don't think so. Wait. Anyway, strange things are happening here. This is a fairly compact design, only 2 golems, and it's not very tall. Once you get up to like 10, you know what? Let's build one that's like 15 tall. Let's see how far we can push this. Okay, excuse me. I think we're good. Let's just fire it up. I also wonder if I put a cobweb here. Oh, not. I wonder if that would give me more. I wonder if it would also grab their. Oh, what if I did that? Maybe it's grabbing all, maybe it can push all of the snow layers in all of these cobwebs all in once. That would be kind of crazy. Maybe we'll do some testing on that. I've actually never put 2 cobwebs up here before. I've had these 3, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that's not really going to work, but we're going to wait till they're all popping snow. And that means that they're at maximum capacity. This one here, I don't think is popping snow yet. And it's also a nice little snow farm. Alright, let's see what we get out of that. So it should be something like 130 times 2. So it should be something like 260 given that we have 2 golems in here, but I don't know. We'll see. So we're at +5, 186. Yeah, you know what? It's a little bit more than wait. No. We're missing. We're missing. We only pushed 100 and we should have been pushing about 260. All right. So those cobwebs did not help. Let's get rid of them. Oh, wait. Okay. I know. I'm pretty sure that a cobweb here helps. Come on. Let me build it. There's snow there. All right. We're just going to let's just see what this one does. I can't tell if it's at full capacity because that could just be leftovers from the last one and didn't actually get pushed. It's probably at full capacity. So this should be, again, 130. What the? This is even further. Oh, because now we're actually getting both golems. We're actually getting the snow from both golems now. So then technically it's still a little light. Let's shut this down. Let's break this. Oh, here we go. This is invincible snow. I can finally show you guys. This can't be broken. It's invincible to water and everything. And actually, you can't place anything. So I had the idea of using this invincible snow for prisons. Because if you can continually drop invincible snow on a prisoner, they won't be able to break anything. They won't be able to place anything. I guess they'd probably still be able to throw an ender pearl. I'm sure, yeah. Snow would have no effect on pearls. But we can deal with pearling in other ways. And if you want to check out some of my, prisons, I might be getting back into that because my goal was to make an inescapable prison cell, and we were so close. Oman and Chubal Man was helping me, and you know what, a whole bunch of guys. We were all kind of working on this, and it was so close. But there's some sneaky people out there who kept escaping, and I kind of just moved on to this. So I will be getting back to that, and I will be getting back to Zap's Magic Cube. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Zap's Magic Cube, and I was watching a video of Prowl. I'm pretty sure it's Prowl. And Prowl was mentioning how the villager trades are going to be working in the future, and that you're going to get discounts. You're still going to get 1 layer of discounts when you cure a villager, and that will give you a permanent discount, 1 layer. I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but I do know that that does happen. It maybe doesn't happen every single time, so maybe you have to try again. But because I did have some difficulty in curing my villagers and getting them all to the same discount level, but the fact when you cure a villager, that gives you 1 layer, but you can stack these layers of discounts. So you can stack on top the zombie spawner discounts and the cure discounts, and then on top of that, Prowl was saying that you can also stack the hero of the village discounts. So you know what? With that in mind, I actually think that Zap's Magic Cube might be more relevant now, 1.21 than ever, because without it, you're not going to get the same discounts that you could possibly get any other way. So it almost seems like to me the future is even more so villager trade halls must be around zombie spawners. There might be a chance that you can make your own zombie spawner by having a villager breeder, and then a zombie bites that villager. Maybe that will give you the same discounts. I don't know. And then if that does work, you can put it wherever in the end. But for now, all I know for sure is that the zombie spawners will give you a discount that stack on top of the other discounts, which is really important because villager trade halls are the way to get all the ultimate gear. Oh wow! Look at that! It eventually turned into snow I could break. I never noticed that before. Anyway, let's fire this up and get maximum capacity. Make sure that they're both creating snow. They are. Strangely enough, this trapdoor here does push the snow into there. I'm just going to check my audio levels just to make sure, because should be fine. It should be fine. I actually think it might be a little quiet, but it's fine. This is kind of a technical video, so you don't really need. And I don't even know how many people are going to be interested to watch me talk about the technicals of snow skipping. I know there's a couple for sure. Anyway, so this looks like as soon as I see snow popping on this one, I believe it will be at maximum capacity. It could already be there, and you know what? We could be past it. Getting this timing right is something I haven't nailed down, but we will get into setting timers to get exact distance pushed, and that will be helpful. Probably one of the most helpful things with this machine is getting exact distances, which I'm so glad that you actually can. I don't know if it's ever actually going to pop there. Let's just see what we get. So we were hoping for like 200 and some. Yep, there we go. 247. So we're pushing about 240, which is pretty well exactly what we should have been pushing. So I think that was about maximum capacity. And so let's see here. I'm going to turn it off, and we're going to time it and see how long it takes to get to maximum capacity. Let's just do this. Push this junk out of here. There really shouldn't be anything left in there. That's just falling through. I don't think it's going to compile in the next run. So let's start this up and see how long we leave this. Normally I do this by counting these ticks, and then that will determine how far we're going. But we'll build those timers back there, and I'll separate them. When I put these machines together for the videos, I really compact them as much as I can, just because that's something I normally do with what I built. Especially my flying machines, I tried hard to compact those. The basalt flying generator. Oh man, I'm gonna build those again and get those. Oh, okay. So I don't know what that was. 20-30 seconds, and we're pushing just under what we did before. So a couple more seconds, we might have been at maximum capacity. But 20-30 seconds to go 245 blocks. I love it. I think it's super awesome, super useful, and I really hope Mojang does not patch this. Okay, you know what? Let's do. Let's move straight into TNT. Okay, let's shut this all down. I'm going to show you the most rudimentary TNT launcher that we can build here. Yeah, no, as far as I'm concerned. Just slap a dispenser in here. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put a timer on here so that it fires. You know what? No. No. Okay, so now one of the problems with TNT is you have to get the TNT exactly in the middle of both cobwebs, otherwise it will only be pushed 50% of the distance because it gets compiled only in one stack. So in order to do that, one of the easiest ways I found to do that is to dispense the TNT into the side of, I actually need that cobweb, into the side of a stair. Now I couldn't use stairs on the unloaded snow skipper because I needed that TNT to be kind of dispensed more naturally and have some variance to its actual location, I guess, because that gives the payload a much nicer broad explosion, whereas this will give you one exact location and will dispense, and they will all explode at the exact same second. So this is like a high precision piece of weaponry. Okay, I'm gonna put this all back together. We're not going to build a timer for this just yet. I just want to do one shot here. Let's put some TNT in there. I think we're only going to send one out, just just to be safe. TNT. Let's turn this on. So put this here, and I'm going to try dispense. I'm going to try dispense this, get in here, and then go with the TNT. Although, yeah, that's the best way to do it. So, and if you were firing this, we'll wait till it starts popping here. If you wanted to like cause, like, look at, you could build this pretty quickly, and if you wanted to cause some minor damage to someone's base, it really wouldn't take much. And building this on a chunk border would then extend this to, you know what, unlimited distances, theoretically. Okay, so now let's pop a TNT. Push us in. Now, for some reason, the TNT didn't go as far as me, which... Oh, and you know what? Oh, look at... So we are... yeah, we're not at the full distance of this machine, and this is all stuff that kind of I gotta nail down somehow to figure out why this is all happening. I have a good idea, actually. This pattern of cobwebs is not as efficient. These, you can get more snow layers floating in here if this was a cobweb, but like if we dispense TNT into here, like, let's see, dispense fire. Oh, yeah. Anyway, this should be halfway, not the full way. If it's the full way, I'm gonna feel a little bit silly. You know what? It's essentially the full way. It's. I bet you. I wonder if we just let that build up a second. Have I been overcomplicating this the whole time? Unless it just randomly ended up there, because the dispenser does give you some randomizations on its location. So some of the TNT might end up only in this side of the chunk, and this one might have been just randomly happened to be touching inside there. This is giving me some ideas. This is giving me some ideas. One of the other problems that I have is my payloads always explode in a very vertical expanse type. I don't know how to explain this. They just go straight up, which I think would be awesome if you were trying to build some air defense at your base. If you just have these chunks filled with TNT that are kind of spreading through the atmosphere like flak, that might be an interesting way to defend your base from people trying to fly to you. I don't know if that's actually going to work. I haven't done any testing on that. The other idea that I had was sending this payload of TNT and then also a massive cluster of arrows. I'm curious if that would kind of give you a nice big spray of shrapnel. More things that either I'll test or if somebody gets to it before me, great. Okay, let's see. If we just dispense to push it. Let's see. Let's see how far this went. Oh my gosh. They went maximum distance. Pretty well, they went maximum distance. What have I been doing this whole time? If this is consistent, I'm going to be, honestly, whatever. I wish I could send more. I should just, this is what I should do. I should just have, oh, I know what to, okay, let's shut this down. Let's get this here. I hope that doesn't interfere. Okay, let's do this here. Let's put this here. Okay, let's get some observers. We're gonna fire, I don't know, let's say 8 or so. I gotta be careful because there's still TNT in here. Let's take this out. Okay, we're gonna do an observer here. And an observer here. Okay. I wonder how many clicks we get with just a button. I actually don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. And then let's get a repeater and do this. Okay, some redstone. Okay, you know what? That. Oh, wait. Let's see how far does that actually. Because if any TNT gets left behind, we're in trouble. And it actually didn't set this off. Because you can't read that through there for some reason. So let's put a redstone on top. Does that do it? No. Put a redstone here. What's going on here? Put the button here. My gosh. Okay, I'm guessing it fires too soon. Yeah, way too soon. Okay, let's try another one of these. Yeah, any one of those TNT left behind would destroy everything. So let's go another one. I need more redstone. All right, let's see. Still. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. Could you imagine how many more efficient ways there is to do this? And this is how I do. I've kind of never really done a video with this where I'm just, you know, experiment and build. We got it. Okay. The TNT might explode before it gets through there, and we're only going to put 8 TNT in there. So let's... why 8? I don't know. Okay, so we can't activate that until we have a maximum capacity. And you know what? If this snow system here actually fires everything 100%, I mean, I guess it's a good thing. You know what? Theoretically, then, you could put another dispenser right beside it. You could actually put a dispenser beside it and underneath it and in front of it and actually in front of this one and on this side and this side and this side. You could just encase this entirely in dispensers and launch in a massive amount of TNT, but I would almost guarantee that all that TNT would not make it properly. I think some of it would get caught halfway. Okay. I want to see some more popping here, right on the top. Whatever. We're probably at maximum capacity. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. And it actually had some sprawl to it because the machine was still firing. Oh my gosh. Did any of it get left behind? None of it. Oh. Look at this. You know how many of these machines have blown up? Oh my gosh. Alright, that's our cue. We're moving on to the next machine. The next machine is going to be... I guess we could do the chunk-loaded one. So I wonder if I have my pack enabled. I probably should, right? Let's see. And the pack that I use is Foxy No-Tail. Yes, it's enabled. Sometimes it doesn't work, though. Let's just see. Foxy No-Tail makes a lot of really awesome packs. And Foxy's the one that made player heads and one player sleep for realms and servers. I think it works on servers. I use it on a realm, but... Alright, let's see here. Change this. Yes. Okay, there we go. Oh, look it. We almost made it on a chunk border. That's awesome. So we're going to be extending the range of this thing to essentially unlimited. Let's build this next one right here. It's very, very, very simple to do. The most complicated thing is just making sure that you have a spot that's exactly far enough away that it will not load what you're trying to do here. Otherwise, things will blow up. Okay, let's get... And with this one, we really only need one golem. You could have more, and that would save on compile time. But, yeah, I don't know. I used to put more, but I don't anymore. Just because... if I was building some survival, I definitely would. Okay, this needs to be actually one further back, right here. So, right there... No, not what I want. And then, oh, I actually wanted that basalt. It's fine, we'll use this. Not there. Cannot be there. It will not create snow. Can I put a rail on top of this? I can't. Can I put a rail on top of this? I can't. I thought you could put rails on top. Anyway. Okay, you go there. Oh yeah, I did have this other idea to kind of compact this thing. No, oh, I do need redstone, but not yet. Oh, never mind. That can't be a redstone activatable. That would have to be... You can put half slabs up here. It will still create the snow over here. I use trapdoors because they look smaller. And I want that basalt back. Give me back my basalt. Precious basalt. I don't think I need observers for what's going on here. Okay, and right here. And we're going to get an off switch. Okay, now we need a golem, of course. Oh Man 3307 has a new snow farm coming out, and I've heard of the rates of this thing, and it is absurd, honestly. I don't even know. I guess until the autocrafter is in the game, it's just too overpowered. But make sure you sub to Oh Man, because there'll be some awesome stuff coming out on that. Okay, essentially that's it. We have just made a unloaded snow skipper, and this technically will fire us to any distance that we want. What we're gonna do here is we're just gonna teleport into here. But I other times would use another snow skipper to push me into here. Let's go teleport at self to, I don't even know what the numbers are. -32. -59. That sounds too low, but whatever. And let's, I'm actually going to go with 6.98 because that gets me kind of right in the, wait, where did that just teleport me to? Yeah, look it, I'm over. And I pushed my golem out of the place. So 6.92 is not what I want. I don't know why it gave me that number. I want to be right here. Let's try that again. TP at self to -32. Oh, maybe that's what I need. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go with all of the exact numbers. What the? That's different this time. What the heck? I'm so good at this. Okay, let's get back down there. All right. Let's try that again. Oh, I did +59, that's why. /TP at self to -32.9. We have to put that in there. To -59 to 7.06. Bingo. Okay. So there we have our teleport. We will end up inside here. The other thing we need to do is have a trigger of some sort. And honestly, one of the best ways to do this that I found is a hopper clock that just triggers this after you leave the chunk. So that let's do this. Hopper here, break this, go here. A timer would also work. I need this actually. And this guy. And we just put a stack of snow in here. There. So whenever we leave this chunk, whenever this chunk's unloaded, wait a minute. Oh. That's not gonna work. Alright, let's just do a button. Oh my gosh, we can push it. It's not gonna be too laggy. Alright. Let's fire this up. Pretty simple. Now, you know that the chunk is unloaded, that needs to be, as soon as that snow golem disappears. Technically, it was unloaded right here, but, you know, we don't always have this pack on, so I know that it happens when a snow golem disappears. Let's get a spyglass. Alright, the next thing that we're going to build after this is some timers. The timers aren't overly complicated, and they're probably pretty well known systems anyway. But, you know, just so you can see the kind of stuff that I did. And then after that, I'm going to show you the payload distribution system that I used for the unloaded artillery, because that was probably the most complex. You know, for me, it's, you know, after I looked at it, it was pretty simple, and I spent months trying to figure that out. But I'm not super redstone kind of guy, so a lot of these, you know, simple techniques that a lot of people know and use, I don't really spend a lot of time figuring that all out. Okay, I don't know how long this is. It's probably not very far. Okay, we'll just wait. for our first test for the unloaded snow skipper, we might as well get more than this one anyway. Yeah, I need that. Hey guys, welcome back. I was probably gone for, I don't know, 2 minutes. I'm not really going to let this run all that much, but I just want to make sure it's definitely further than this one. But I'll take a minute right now just to show you guys another little trick that I discovered. If you want to do infinite AFK mining on mobile, it's really not possible unless you do this one thing. You need a controller for this. Xbox controller is what I use, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get myself to hold this looking glass open. But so you push that button in your Xbox controller, and then you tap the screen until you see touchscreen, but it doesn't change actions, and then you take the batteries out. Sometimes it will say, hey, your batteries are gone and you need to fix that, but right now my batteries are out. I'm not touching my controller, and the game is still holding that down. And this will continually hold whatever buttons you were just pushing, if you're walking, mining, whatever, but this will continue like this infinitely. I don't think there's any other way to do AFK, realistically, besides, hair ties stuck to your controller or tape. I don't think there's any realistic way to get infinite AFK mining besides doing that. Okay, let's. I'm going to teleport in there and try to be facing that button right when I get there. That's not bad. We just teleported 1,000 blocks, 1,300 blocks or whatever. That's pretty good. You know what? And look how cheap that was. Moving villagers this far is a little bit tricky, but nonetheless, you can still do it with just what we just built. Because if you just push a villager into that cobweb, if they're in the right spot, they will make it the whole way. You don't need to do the whole minecart system that I had before, but and I love seeing the snow falling. It's super fun, and it leaves kind of a mess in your world, which is kind of nice. You can affect your world in a big way. I wonder if there's a way that you could do this for printing, like on maps. If you could make, what if you could make a flying snow skipper? One that moves ahead and pushes snow on the ground, and then moves ahead and pushes snow on the ground. You could make a whiteout that just whites out a massive area of land. I wonder if is it possible? Is it possible? Look at how far this is. You really don't realize how far 1,300 blocks is until you have to fly it. Imagine walking this through in survival. It's a distance, 1,300 blocks, and I really wasn't there long, 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, we're gonna shut this down. What would stop us from making this a flying machine? Oh, the cobwebs. Of course. But, we could make it a machine that you can fly into position and then drop the cobwebs. But it's so simple to build, you might as well just build it there. Like, look at, how many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And a couple other little entities. 12, under 20 things that you'd have to put down, and you'd be done. So it's really nothing to build. Anyway, let's not break this, though. I don't want to break it. We're going to... Did I break all the cobwebs? Whatever. We're going to build the timer now. So this is the standard timer that I would use if I was wanting to push a specific distance. We need droppers. Excuse me. We need a dropper, and... we're going to do a one-time push using what is that? A barrel. Okay, we need the dropper to be facing into the barrel. Now, did I break all my basalt? Okay, good. I got one here. Now, every time that this has a cycle, it's going to push one more item into here. And all we have to do is get that to shut down when this dispenser is empty. It's really, really simple. Nothing super complex here. I'm not claiming to build complex redstone. That's for sure. Okay. And I think this has to have a redstone torch on it so that when that's empty, this will be enabled, and that will disable this guy. So that will turn off there. And then the other thing that you do is this on this side, then we'll extend this way. Oh, I don't want that there. Let's put a repeater there. I don't need a hopper, really. Actually, you know what? A repeater is kind of helpful because we want to slow that down. There we go. Let's do an observer. I don't like it staying open. Sometimes, if you know, in the systems that I would make, anytime I had my trigger stay open, if I wanted to reset it, then it sometimes would eat up some of the snow falling, and your measurements would be slightly off. So I'm gonna. No, I have to do it right here. Oh my gosh, right there, because I don't want it to read that more than once. Okay. So let's set this to a distance of, I don't know, whatever that is. 3 stacks of snow. So after that empties, it will stop. Oh, it will stop. Where's our cobwebs? Stop pumping snow and push the trigger. So then you just measure this to whatever you need to be. There we go. Let's just, we won't get far, no, because it just started. But there you see, very simple timer system and trigger for firing us off at a specific distance. If you wanted to use this for a TNT launcher, it would be pretty simple. You would want to slow down the trigger and then have this activate. You know what? I would just get it to push an observer into dispensers and just fire all your TNT into the cobwebs, and just make sure there's enough time here for this for all the TNT to be properly placed before you fire it off. Unless it's an unloaded cannon, then it doesn't really matter, because as soon as you load this, as long as all your TNT had time to dispense, as soon as you load it, this can be trying to fire the entire time, but it's not going to until you load it. So actually loading the chunk is the trigger. Okay, anyway, so that's a pretty simple timer there. This is probably one of the most useful setups, because we can teleport to pinpoint positions large distances away. I don't know how far, you know what. There's just a lot of applications, but this is the design here. So I think what I'm going to do now is lay out the design for the unloaded snow skipper so that you guys can see the ultimate destruction that this machine has that I've come up with. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is, this one is a bit bulky. It has a few different components to it. Oh, you know what? I have a new, you know what? Here, let's do this. Okay, this is this timer. I have a new timer that I use. Let's break all this. I don't know if the new timer really will fit here as nicely as that one did. I'm going to build it off to the side. Okay, so this other timer that I built, I really like it because it was easier to reset. It was really quick to reset. And it's this is the timer that I use for the unloaded snow artillery. This is what I need. I need some hoppers. Yes, my controller might be really loud, but whatever. And a dropper. Droppers are the key to these things. Okay, so all we do is we fire. Yeah, that's right. And then we do 2 hoppers into the side. And then I use glass just because it looks nice. Blue, I haven't used blue in a while. Okay, glass. I lost my minecart track. I will need that, but whatever. Okay, there we have this timer. Okay, so when we want to set this timer, all we have to do is put whatever items we want in here, however distance we're going, and then that will feed into here. And then as this thing expends those timer pieces, items, it will push them into here. And then when we're ready to reset it, and once this is empty, it will have a fire signal for whatever else you want to fire. And then if you want to reset this, all you do is you just break this, push this over, and then replace the other one there, and then that will be a complete reset. Besides, because I was using massive quantities of items, what was it, 57 stacks of blocks to shoot 10,000 blocks, and to put 57 stacks back into chests was really annoying. So I'd rather just do this, which, you know what, actually it turned out to be annoying anyway because I had to dispense these minecart hoppers and compile them in here. So the system's not perfect. This is best suited for shots that you're making under 5,000 blocks, unless you have more golems. If you had 2 golems there, then you could easily do this with just 2 minecarts, and you'd be fine. Which I would actually suggest, because for some reason having 1 golem firing 10,000 blocks really made my phone basically die. I had to wait about 8 hours for it to load those entities and actually fire them. It was quite a battle. Okay, so if you want to see how I would do the firing systems after this, honestly, you know what? I'm just going to start the unloaded artillery, because I'm going to have all of that stuff in there. And you know what? Let's build it here. I think I have everything I need. We can't have this here. For some reason, I'm trying to build it this way. You know what? Let's do it, because this is the direction I did in the video. And it's kind of freaking me out shooting the other way, which it should be just fine. You know what? In fact, you could have pistons on either side and then fire whichever way you want to fire another time. Okay, so what we got to do here is get... is this going to work like this? I feel like we need this... No. Okay, we need the snow to fall. We need the TNT to fall right here, so which means we got to pull it this way, which is fine right there. Okay, so we need some glass on the side here, another one here, and then one more here. Oh, and you know what? This all has to go up. So let's just break all this. We don't need you. I would set you free, but you make a mess. You leave snow everywhere. Okay, yeah, I don't mind starting this from scratch anyway. Why would we piece it into something we've already been working with? Okay, the timer might be... The timer's a problem. It's in the way. But you can see what I'm going to be doing. Okay. Let's build this. So we need dispensers, I believe. I believe right here we start dispensers. Let's get some dispensers here. So this is... this machine is able to fire... Gosh, what was it? 5,000 pieces of TNT. Is this too close? And there was specific spots for these because they would not... The TNT would detonate at an inopportune time if it was one further back. Yeah, so I did 9 here, and that seemed to work well. I think I have these in the right spot. They might be one too close. I can't really tell right now. But we're just going to go with it. So we need a few blocks here just to get that water source to actually run the right course. Let's get water and see if we're in the right spot. I don't want to bother counting. I like to just... Oh, Sorry, cobwebs. Bye. I think I'm one too close still. Nope, that's good right there. Okay, yes. So I need this here. I actually don't need that there. What I do need is that there. No. Oh gosh. I just built this 100 times and I'm already forgetting. I think I need... Oh, I need that gone. That there. I need a fence here. Okay. I see what's happening. Fence and then... No! Water here. Oh, that might actually mess it up if I do that. Yeah, it's going to flow everywhere. Oh my gosh. Okay. You see how not to do it? Okay, fence there. Yes. And what that does is that causes the water to just turn on an angle here, which actually drops the TNT perfectly centered between the two cobwebs. Otherwise, it just sit in this first one, and you would get half the distance. This little system water trick here was, kind of annoying for me to have to figure out, but I got it figured out, and yeah, this is the best way I found out to do it. How it gets the TNT in the perfect spot. Okay, so this is the entire TNT cannon loading system. Make sure you don't put TNT in here until you're absolutely ready. Oh, that's right. I'm forgetting some things about the TNT system. So let's do the firing system now. I need that hay bale thing. Where is that? I mean the target block. This is the first time I've ever used a target block in one of my builds. And actually that can't be that either. That has to be a an observer. Oh no, that can be a solid block. It has to be a solid block. Let's get our basalt back. No. Okay, we're done with that. And then we need observers. We need one observer there. And I did another one here. And another observer here. And then one observer here. And then I need a sticky piston. Sticky piston. Good enough. Good enough. Redstone block. Which we will need anyway. And I actually, for simplicity, I put a dispenser here as well. Because when it comes to filling this in survival, you're going to want to shut this water off. Because you don't want to be getting pushed in there the entire time that you're trying to put TNT inside there. Alright. I don't know how long this video is yet. But, oh, there's no bucket in there. If I put a bucket, any of these buckets, it'd probably work. Alright, dispense it. Dispense that. There we go. We can leave that off for now. And, because the water loaded this block here. Oh, and now I just did too. Okay, I don't know if that's going to work. Just fine. Okay. Okay, the only other thing that we need to call this firing system kind of complete is we're just going to be pulling redstone here, which is actually going to be activated from that solid block there. And then this actually, I don't really fully understand how to use target blocks, but I put them here and they worked. So I don't know. I'm probably utilizing them in a good way here, but I don't understand why. So that's how I do things around here. Okay. So this essentially is our entire firing system. Water flow here. These dispense TNT. Once this is pushed there, the TNT all flows into here, which eventually fall into the cobwebs. Let's get some cobwebs there. As far as, you know what, firing, the actual, ticking here that's firing this TNT, I bet you if we had a faster clock than this, which I'm sure there is, I don't think observers are a one-tick clock. If we had a faster clock, we actually might get a much nicer explosion at the end because we'd have more TNT falling with more variance to its timer. I don't know, I could be way wrong. Or maybe there's only 3 different variants. Maybe it's just this dispenses and the distance from there to here gives us that different fuse time. The distance from here to there gives us that fuse time. Maybe we could add one more dispenser. It'd give us kind of a more, a nicer explosion. Anyway, the explosions were just fine. If I could change anything, I would try and figure out how to get my explosions to spread downwards, because then I could build this machine up in the air and then kind of pour down. But right now, the explosions always spread in an exponential way upwards, which is kind of annoying. But you know what? It's still kind of fun anyway. Okay, we're going to be firing this direction just because this is how I've built every machine so far, just because in my video I had to fire in that orientation. So I don't really remember how the timer went, but it was pretty straightforward, I think. Okay, so that is the firing system. Now let's get the golem position here. This goes here and this goes here, I believe. And then we were using, oh man, what was it? I don't think it really matters. I'm going to use a slab just so that I don't end up accidentally pulling some TNT, which I don't think is overly possible. I don't know. Okay, not there. Cannot be there. And you know what? For this one, let's just put another slab up here just so you can kind of see how that works. See that it does work. We need our snow golem stuff. Building these all the time, I have to always grab this stuff. But I mean, you know, imagine building it in survival. You'd have to go collect all this and then... So I have nothing to complain about. Okay. There is that. I just looked at how long this video is already. And I'm at an hour. I don't know. I'm probably going to leave it however long it ends up. I don't really care. I don't think the information can be compacted. And I don't really care to compact it anymore. My YouTube channel's not directed in a you know, streamlined way. If people want to watch, if they don't, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna put the content out how best suits my style, and let her be. Okay, so I think that's how we're gonna let that go. Let's just double check that we're actually getting snow created on there. Right there. Yeah, we're good. And the other side should be good too. Yep, right there. Okay, now the fact that you have snow falling here, it won't happen when we're running the machine. Okay, so, truth is, I'm kind of forgetting. I'm kind of forgetting how this all went. I know I do not want that dispenser to be firing while I have these firing. So we had... the problem is the one I had before was very compact. I'm not going to compact this one. I'm going to leave them kind of spread apart so that we can kind of see what's going on, and I don't have to work so hard to remember exactly where every single block went, or else the machine will be broken. Okay, that can't be, that cannot be that. I need a solid block. Do I still have any basalt out here? No, let's just grab whatever. Whatever comes to mind. Clay. I have never used clay in my life. I'm not starting today. Here, let's do this. Anyway, let's see here. Good. Good. Okay, we don't want that on right now because it's slightly annoying. Okay, there is that. Oh, and this is the machine. Now, let's get this. Right. So because we're building this on a chunk border, and because this machine was so dangerous, I devised a system that... Okay, yes. So we need a hopper here. And you know what? This is probably something that people use all the time, but oh, it took me a little bit to figure this out and actually utilize it in a nice way. Okay, 2 hoppers facing each other there. As soon as this chunk's unloaded, this hopper will succeed in dumping everything in here, and then this. Oh, it's too close. Oh my gosh! Wait, how is it too close? No, this has to be here. Because the chunk border is the distance. Yeah, forget it. And this can all get moved around. Which, I'm actually moving backwards here. Okay, I need a comparator. And this comparator is just going to be to shut off. So, as soon as this is empty... Oh, actually, you know what? That might work. Yeah. You know what? That actually is going to work right there. As soon as this is empty... Let's just empty it out. Give me... Yeah, as soon as that's empty, then this will start up. But as soon as this chunk is loaded, it will be off. Which, you know, it was kind of annoying having an off or an on-off switch, and then you have to run 4 chunks away as fast as you can. And if you'd have some snow that, you know, it's just not as clean. Okay, so this is the off switch for, it's kind of a safety thing. We have our timer here, not a timer, just the clock to run these 2 pistons. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to build the timer that determines how far, I already have that there, don't I? No, how far we're actually going to be pushing before it's going to start its firing systems and all the other things that you want it to do, whatever you want it to do. So let's get a dispenser here. Oh, you cow. Okay, I'm gonna move this even further out here because I do have to do a little bit of stuff there to get that thing working. Okay, we need that. What is with all these animals in my way? Oh my God. gosh! Okay, let's get some blue stuff. Okay, this is an easily repeatable timer. And let's just put 4 stacks in there. Okay. So now we just need this to fire every time this fires, which should be pretty easy. And I'm actually going to pull this right this way. I don't think that's going to affect it. No. Okay, right there. Oopsie. Okay, I think that'll be just fine. Okay, let's see. Let's go break this, move this, put this here. Now that is going to... Let's do this. Now this should be sending stuff in here. Yes. Okay. Now what we need to do is make it so that this timer will turn off this. If you want this off during the firing sequence, I actually like to leave it on during the firing sequence, because when you add snow in there, it spreads the payload out in a linear fashion, which I think does an awesome amount of damage. But you don't want too much snow. Anyway, that's a whole other thing we can figure out later. But I think what we're going to do is have this turn off. Where's that compared? We're going to have this turn off as soon as this is empty. So empty is going to need a redstone torch. It's kind of nice building this this whole... you know what? Of all the things I need right now, a sword is the last thing I thought. But my gosh. Yes. Yes. All right, back to business. Is it? Oh, I do not want to. I do not want to activate that, and I don't want to activate that. Oh, actually, you know what? Here, let's look at this. Yeah. Wait, I just accidentally. Wow, I think that works perfect. As soon as this fires, let's take this all out of here. Let's make it 1 stack. As soon as this fires, 1 stack. Okay, well, there. As soon as this fires, it's 1 stack. It will start the firing sequence. And it continues this, which I actually don't want. So let's do this. Okay. Firing sequence is activated. But I have to be able to turn that off. So then, you know what I'm going to do is we're going to put this here and here. Grab a comparator. And if this is empty, we'll do this. We just have to do this. Oh, calm down. Okay, and then we need to pull this redstone line without affecting this one. Which is, that's not too tricky. Okay, we're going to do this. I don't want to put this here. Oh man, what am I going to do here? I find it kind of funny that I'm just doing this on the fly. I normally have all this figured out, because I am doing this in a way that I didn't do before. Okay, if I put this here, that won't connect to that. And if I put this here, that should be just fine. It won't go down there. All right, let's go here, 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 here. Let's do a repeater on top of there. This is definitely not the most efficient way to do this, and you know it actually might not be a good way at all. But if we can get this all laid out in such a way that it functions, then anybody can do what they got to do here. Okay, not exactly what I expected. Yeah, that's right. I don't want that to happen. So we need to be able to terminate this while this is empty. I don't want that. Oh! Oh, I can just make this... Oh, this can't be a one-way. This has to be two-way. Because it's, you know, power out that way if it's full and power in this way if it's not. Okay. You know what? The way to do this is to move this. Move this out of the way. Or... Oh! Oh, oh, okay. Yes. Yes, sirree. Aha, I think I got it. And then we need to block that off from here with a solid block. If this is... No. If this is activated. Oh. Oh. Ah. Okay, well, what if we do this? There we go. Oh, why is that? Oh, because that's there. Yes. Did we do it? Okay, so now let's put our payload, or our distance. Let's break that. Move that. Move that. So it should fire. Once it's done. Oh, if this has payload, if this has something to shoot, then it will allow it to fire. Okay. So this should... oh, that's not going to be activating this anymore because it turns to this stupid repeater here. I can fix that by doing this. Right? That fixes it. But this has got things to fire. But this doesn't affect this anymore. This is complicated. Let's put a target block there. Maybe that's the answer. Another target block. Yes. Okay. There we go. You know what? I tried to make this more spread out and less complicated, but oh, now this is empty. Oh. This is empty and I want... Oh. I totally negated this. I totally negated that. Okay, so what we gotta do instead is this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, 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 no. Yeah, things are getting more complicated here, but I kind of don't mind this little thing I got going on. Okay, now if this is on, I need this to be closed. Okay, okay. So if I do this, and then this, and then a repeater to this, that is what I want. So let's put... First of all, let's turn this off so that we can simulate unloading this chunk. Right here. Whatever. And then let's reset this payload, or this distance. And that should... Oh, it was empty. Oh, okay. Anyway, we'll put one stack in here. And does this have one stack? Now, I don't want to put a stack in there because this is activated right now. Why is this activated? Oh, because this doesn't have... Where did this stuff go? Oh, that hopper's locked. Hopper locked. Okay, I know what to do. Break this. Break this. Put this here. Put this here. Now, how is this supposed to turn off that? It's not going to. It's absolutely, it's absolutely not going to. And that won't work. Well, let's do this. Okay, that has items in it, which means that that's not going to work. And this has items in it. Let's see what happens. That would be blowing up the machine. That would be blowing everything up. And this hopper's still locked. Wait. Okay, no, it wasn't locked. Anyway. We just gotta move this back. It's simple. Oh, let's try another target block. I'm kind of forgetting that I'm recording right now. Okay, let's break that. Let's move this. Okay, so that's on. But that is a problem that is firing on this. Why is it firing that? Oh, because that's coming in this way, which means we absolutely need this to be a repeater powering this. Turning that off and allowing this to fire. So, I think we got it. This is definitely not the system I had intended. Let's break this, fill this. You never want to put TNT in here when you have this timer not activated, because it will go straight to the firing sequence. There's definitely better systems than this for that. Okay, so we're going to push 16 and then fire 16. Let's see if it happens. We're pushing 16 and the pusher should stop when we are ready to start firing. Okay, stopped. We're firing. Done. And it all finishes after it's done. Okay, now we have, oh cows, we have the safety clock, we have the distance system, we have the firing system, pretty well done. Let's get, now one thing I like to do is add snow into here as this is being filled, and that, like as you're filling this stuff. And to do that, I gotta remember it was a little bit tricky. And I should just open up my video, but I kind of like doing this off by memory. Okay, so I think I went here, and then I went here, and then I put an observer. Where did the observer go? And I put an observer here. And that way, every time that this fires, it fires this piston. All right, let's try that. Turn the machine off, and then break that. Push that there to reset the timer. Put some blocks in here, or items, snowballs. Now we want to see this piston pushing, not super fast, but just adding one piece of snow in between a few of the TNT, just to spread things out. Okay. And we definitely don't want this firing during anything else, because this will be launching TNT. So we push 16 blocks, and then we should fire 16 blocks. Yeah, and then we have one of these pistons adding a little bit of snow into the pile. Okay, and then as soon as all of that's done, we're ready to launch. Now, launching this, I have... you definitely don't want it to be instant, because all of this stuff takes a couple ticks to actually settle into their proper positions. Like this snow is falling, and if you have another golem on top, then all that snow has to fall first. So you definitely don't want to just fire this piston off instantly. You want to give it some time for all that to work through. And one thing that I like to do is I use pistons to do this. So... and you also want it to be able to auto reset. Let's see here. If this is empty, okay, And this is how I did it on the other, on my machine I use in the video. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, if this is empty, then I think we're going to push something. Yes, I don't mind that. Let's push a redstone block. Let's push a redstone block into the unloaded chunk to add the firing sequence in. So technically right now this will be ready to fire. And I like to use observers that activate on the draw down. Okay. That is going to activate this observer. No, that is going to... Okay, let's put this piston here. I reinvent this every time I do this because I don't know. And then let's put just a regular block on top of there, so that when this fires up, and then when this retracts, that's going to fire. So let's see what happens here. Let's reset this. Turn this off so that the machine's not running. Break this. Reset this. Put this here. Put some payload inside here so that activates the payload side. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to put almost the same amount of payload. I'm going to lose 1. And I do that just... What just happened? Oh, all of this retracted. I do that just to make sure that it actually fires if this dispenser, misfires once, because it does have extra redstone stuff going on top of it. And if it misfires and ends up behind this, it will never actually fire, and all your TNT will just be sitting there. And I have blown up so many of these machines. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I think this is a fully functioning unloaded artillery. Let's see if the firing sequence works and everything else. Okay, there, we just unloaded that chunk. Yeah, it should be working fine. This is going to fire slightly early than this one. Should, which is fine because, technically the actual trigger is loading this chunk. Okay, both. Yep, all that looked perfect. All right, let's do a live test. I'm not even going to save this world. I'm that confident this machine's not going to blow itself up. Yeah, let's see how this goes. All right, let's do... Gosh, 2 stacks of TNT? No. Let's fill every single dispenser, right? What's the worst? I've never had anything go wrong before. Okay, now our distance here is... We're going to push it a little bit further. Just... who cares if we blow things up, right? All right, let's turn this off. Which, in fact, we can do now by adding this. Because that will turn that off, right? Break that, push this, place this. A little bit nervous. Okay, nothing exploded. Oh, that's good. Let's add this. I wish I could see the TNT actually dispensing, but I'm gonna have to stand far away. Ooh, I might be able to stand high enough. I'll try that. As long as the golems aren't rendered golem, it should be fine. Oh, that kind of freaked me out a bit. But I am going to take some out of there. Okay, we have the unloaded artillery set to 1/9 its maximum payload. I'm a little bit nervous that some of the TNT is going to end up sneaking out of here. So I'm just going to do this for funsies. Normally I put a trapdoor here. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's put a trap... Oh, I didn't use trapdoor there. Let's put a trapdoor there because that's what I use to go and fill. I like the birch or cherry. I put a trapdoor here so that, you come, you turn this off, you crawl in here, you fill these all up, and then you get out. And then you turn this back on. I think the machine is ready to fire. I am going to get my looking glass out. I'm gonna drop that down just so I have a better chance of seeing the TNT. Okay. Whew. I think we're ready. I think we did it. So let's move back till that snow golem disappears. He's gone now. Is it running? Oh, it's running. Okay. If this explodes, it'll be really funny. I'm going to move a little bit closer so that the entities load. Snow golem I want. The minecart. Okay, right there. Now we should be able to see a pile of TNT coming in out of there. How many of the... I don't know. We pushed, I think, in total just a stack of blocks. I think it was 4 stacks of snow. Okay. There goes all the TNT. Don't explode. Don't explode. Don't explode. Don't explode. And we're loading in snow as well. It's looking good so far. I kind of wish this grid wasn't here for this part, but whatever. You guys can kind of see what's going on, and you know, when you build your own, you'll have some fun. Okay. Last part of the leg here is if it will fire properly. I think it will, just because we tested it. Oh, I wish I could teleport there. I'm gonna rush in. Did it already fire? It already fired, which is fine. That's good. Let's go see what kind of destruction we've just ensued. It really shouldn't be too far. Oh wow. Wow, look at how it sprays forward. This is what I mean. This would be absolutely insane aerial defense. If someone was flying straight into that, that would be brutal. Look at all the TNT still out here. Insane. Anyway, that is the unloaded artillery built from scratch. Am I going the right way to get back home? Yes, follow the destruction. If anyone can find a way to get that TNT to spray downwards, that would be wonderful, because honestly, I'd say 95% of the damage happens in the atmosphere. Unless you build this underground, oh, actually, we sent TNT backwards. Look at it all. Quite a bit of it, actually. Anyway, it's gone or something. It exploded in the air. Okay, we did it. Fully functioning, unloaded snow artillery built from scratch. So you guys have everything that you need to know how I did it. If you come up with some better payload structures, I would love to see that. One of my other ideas was to actually snow skip the payload into the snow skipper so that you could kind of customize it at the other machine and then send it in one piece at a time. That might be a cool way to do it, but I don't know. This does a nice explosion if you get it. I would say park this about 6-7 blocks under the target, and that way it will have a chance to spread out its destruction a bit, like you saw if you did see my video where I destroyed that outpost. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. This video is well over an hour now, but I think you kind of get the gist of what you can accomplish destruction-wise with this machine. Farm-wise, we really haven't done anything farm-wise with it, but it's pretty straightforward to add it into there. If you could build this artillery, you could build this with anything that you need to do. Anyway, I think that's going to be about it here, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. 350 subscribers. Thanks for all of the support that I've felt through you guys through all this time that I've been going through. And I hope you guys enjoy this content. If you made it this far in the video, wow, hats off. How about this? If you made it this far in the video, I'll make sure that you get into our hardcore event that we do, and we'll have some fun there. Anyway, oh, and to do that, just put an H in the comments. Just put an H at some point, and then I'll know that you watched the end of the video, and then I'll just kind of jot down your name and then send out an invite when we get that going. It might not be for about a month or so, but if there's enough interest, we could bring that closer. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. The next video is kind of up in the air because I kind of want to get Zap's Magic Cube rolling, but I also have some ideas with my prison cell. I've made some breakthroughs that might make it You know what? I keep saying it's impossible to escape, and then people escape it, but it's getting closer and closer and closer every time. It's getting pretty difficult. Anyway, thanks guys. Have a good one. And to my fellow noobs, I salute you.